What's up, guys? In this video we're going to be talking about the benefits to using a credit card, and there's a lot. For more videos similar to this one, hit that subscribe button. But for now, let's go ahead and get into the video. What's up, guys? It's Jay and welcome to Flashpoint, where we're all about credit cards, and other finance tips. If you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing. So I decided to do this video a little different than I normally do. Normally I like to have it all nice and well planned out, but this video may be a little bit longer, so I apologize in advance. But I'm going to get into the benefits of using a credit card over a debit card. There's a lot, so just bear with me as I go through the list, and I put some notes down just so I could kind of have some talking points for you guys. But at number one, obviously, when you apply for a credit card, you're going to take the initial hit for that initial inquiry. Basically, your score will drop at least 2 to 3 points, maybe up to 5 at maximum. But you know, if you get approved for that card, then your credit score is going to jump up because of the new credit line increase that you've just gained from that new credit card. It also, at number two, it works in any currencies. At number three, it's convenient when you don't have cash on hand. And I know some of you guys probably prefer to pay with cash, but you'll probably want to change your mind after you hear the rest of these benefits. But not all of us can be like Dave Ramsey, where he can carry cash everywhere. But in reality, are you really going to go spend $1,000 and carry $1,000 cash in your pocket? I mean, unless you're a drug dealer, then I get it. But if you're not, then you know, you want to carry a credit card. At number four, it's safe and convenient for shopping online. The reason why I say it's safe is because when you're shopping online, obviously there is a risk of you having your credit card information stolen online from hackers and whatnot. But imagine this: if you shopped online with your debit card and you decided to go ahead and put your information out there on the web, right? Well, they can hack into your bank account and obviously start getting money from your bank account. Now, the bank's not going to fight as hard for your money, although it's probably FDIC insured. The bank is not going to fight that hard for your money, right? So if you're using a debit card, and that means you're out, let's say they rip you for $3,000 right? And that might be all the money that you have in your bank account at that point in time. So you're out $3,000, someone is using your money to buy whatever shit they want, and then you have bills coming up. So now you can't pay any bills because you don't have any damn money in the bank, right? So you might as well use the bank's money, because they're gonna do whatever they can to make sure they get their money back. So you might as well use their money and keep yours safe and just pay off your card as you go. At number five is the sign-up bonuses. So a lot of people are starting to get into the points game. Obviously, whenever you sign up for a credit card that has some rewards, you're gonna get a high sign-up bonus for signing up and spending a certain limit on that card in the first 3 months. With the American Express Gold card, the one that I have, it was $2,000 in the first 3 months. Now, I'm not saying go buy some random shit that you don't need. The way you get those bonus points is by simply just paying for the stuff that you're already going to pay for anyways. So pay for your rent, pay for your phone bill, pay for your gas, pay for your utility bills. Things like that are what's going to help you get that minimum spending limit. So most people will look at it and they'll say, oh no, you got to spend this much in the first 3 months, and then they go apeshit crazy. Well, you don't have to do that as long as you're responsible. Now, if you're someone who's not going to pay off your credit card, and you're one of those I'm gonna wait until my next check ass motherfuckers, then just don't do it. don't sign up for a credit card because that's irresponsible, right? And so that's one way to hit your minimum spending limit, is by just paying for your regular monthly expenses that you will incur anyways. And that way you get rewarded for them as you go. Number 7, obviously I just kind of touched on that with the sign up bonuses, but it's rewards programs. So with cards like the Chase Sapphire Preferred, the Chase Sapphire Reserve, the American Express Platinum card, the American Express Gold card, things like that, where you'll earn ultimate reward points, and then also the membership reward points, which are for American Express. You'll be able to earn points towards travel, you know, and you know that's a good way to get good redemptions out of those points and those rewards programs. I will post some of the perks for the American Express card that I have somewhere along the sides right here, so you'll see it. You know, just pay attention if you want to. If not, then just listen to me blab on about this shit. So at number 8 is fraud protection. Obviously, like I said earlier, that the bank is going to go after their money harder than they will for yours. So, you know, if your card ever gets hacked, they'll call you more than likely. They'll say, hey, did you purchase this? If not, they're gonna shut it down immediately. So like I said, use the bank's money, because they're gonna monitor that like, you know, like a hawk. They don't wanna lose any money in the process. Another perk is price protection. So a lot of people, well, from what I noticed, is that American Express doesn't offer price protection, and Chase has now gone away with it at the end of 2018. But price protection is basically where you buy something at a higher price, and then within 90 days of actually buying it, so say I bought this hat, right? I bought it for $30 and I saw it advertised for $20. I call the company, I say, hey, can you guys reimburse me that $10, right? And they'll basically credit your account for whatever the difference was. Also, purchase protection. Let's say I bought my laptop and I paid for it completely with my credit card. Well, with the purchase protection, basically, if it gets damaged, lost, or stolen within, you know, 120 days of purchasing it, which is a pretty good amount, it's about 4 months. If it gets damaged, lost, or stolen in between then you will be refunded up to a certain amount, whatever specified by that specific card issuer. So like American Express or, you know, or Chase, you know, they'll specify in their terms and conditions what they will allow you to be reimbursed. At number 10 is travel insurance. Chase does offer a 12-hour trip delay. So that means if your flight is ever delayed for 12 hours or more, then what they'll do is they will reimburse you per person, per ticket. So that way you have to find a hotel somewhere, they'll reimburse you for those, for that specific event. Obviously, as you get higher into the Chase Sapphire Reserve, they shorten their time. So if your trip gets delayed for 6 hours, then you can say, okay, well, I got delayed for 6 hours. I'm gonna go get a hotel instead of waiting at the airport for an extra 6 more hours. And then you can still get that redemption that way. On certain cards, like some of the no annual fee cards, the Chase Freedom card, they do have interest-free days. That's number 11. With interest-free days, basically what that says is that once you open the card, you have a certain amount of time that will be interest-free. So again, as I go, like with the Chase Freedom, it says in their terms, you have 15 months of interest-free purchases. So if you have a huge purchase that you need to make, so say you have a $5,000 credit limit and you need to max it out, you need to max out the $5,000 credit limit, there will be no interest incurred on your card over that 15 months. So basically that's $5,000 that you got to spend without interest growing on the purchase, right? American Express also has a card just like that. Finally is the frequent flyer miles. So as I said before, some of the other cards, they have their rewards programs, but they also have co-branded cards. So with Chase, you have the United Mileage Plus cards or the Southwest cards, and with American Express, you have the Delta Sky Miles cards, right? Or, well, yeah, basically, that's the, the Delta Club, whatever. So if you have one of those cards, instead of points, you'll earn miles. So flyer miles towards the redemptions for that specific airline. And so that's another perk to having credit cards. Imagine if you had a debit card and you lost it. You have to go into a branch, you have to call the bank and say, hey, can you shut this card down, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then you're kind of stuck out of money. Let's say it happens on a Sunday when banks aren't even open, right? Well, then you're kind of out of money for that specific day, and then you gotta wait until Monday, and then you hope it's not a holiday on that following Monday. But other than that, you're kind of screwed and you don't have any access to cash right away. With a credit card, if you lose your credit card or if it's stolen or whatever it is, I have to just keep going back to this. They're gonna protect their stuff, whatever it is. So if you lose your card or you misplaced it because you had a night out where you got pretty lit and you're just like, oh, where's it at? And it's probably still in your pants from the night before, you just can't find it, or it slid underneath your car seat and you can't find it, whatever, right? It's in between your couch cushions or something. You just know you misplaced it and you didn't lose it. Well, the beautiful thing is that they have contactless payments, and you can upload your card to Apple Pay, whatever it is, Samsung Pay, Chase Pay. You can do that and you can still purchase things that have contactless payment. So that's always another perk to having a credit card over a debit card. And again, the most valuable benefit of a credit card is to just simply get rewards for what you're gonna spend already. I'm not saying go buy just random shit. If it's not in your monthly budget, don't go buy it just because you have that credit card. And don't ever hold a high balance. Well, actually, I prefer not to hold a balance at all. Pay everything off every month as it goes, because most people, what they'll do is they'll get their credit card, they'll go swipe $500 or whatever immediately on some shit that they've been wanting but don't need. They don't necessarily need it right away. And then they'll say, oh, well, I'll just buy this $500 whatever, and then they'll say, oh, I'm just gonna make payments on it every time. And then they'll pay the minimum payments, and the minimum payments turns into buying more shit and making more minimum payments. You're never gonna pay that balance down. You always wanna pay whatever you can actually afford off every month. And so that way you can reuse the card and still get points. So if you're one of those people that wants to get a higher credit score and get credit cards so that way you can max it out, and you're irresponsible and you think, oh, well, my kids need this or my kids need that, or I want this, or I want to go on this trip and I want to do this and I want to do that, and you're trying to stunt on people, or you're just trying to flex, like, don't listen to me, because I'm not condoning all that stupid shit. And so if you're just irresponsible and all that shit, like, just change the channel. Go look at some dumb shit, okay? Go look at people play video games. That's kind of my take on it. I know it was a little unorthodox and kind of out of what I normally do, but I just wanted to keep it real with you guys and just let you know what the benefits were to actually using a credit card. Another benefit that I particularly like with credit cards is that they're metal. The good cards are metal, right? So, or they have traces of metal in there, so they carry a little bit of weight. And as one of the YouTubers that I follow closely, Brian Jung, he's always saying it's a flex card. They provide a little flex value. Well, they kind of do. So they're nice and pretty. And yeah, so, this is the Rose Gold edition for the American Express, and then this is the Chase Sapphire Preferred. They're good cards. They get good points. They obviously have an annual fee. If you can't afford an annual fee, I mean, they kind of pay for themselves just in some of the perks that they come into. And that'll conclude today's video, guys. For more video updates, hit that subscribe button. If you found this information to be helpful, give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Share it with your friends. Drop a comment down below to let me know where you guys are with your credit and credit card journey. Don't forget to hit the bell notifications down in the bottom left corner so that way you guys can stay informed for whenever I drop my next video. Be a good person, be safe, be smart, and remember, credit is your life. Peace.